Good morning, children. In today's class, we are going to study about the reported speech, a grammar topic. I am Gajanan Vadia, TGT English from JNB Uttara Kannada, Karnataka. As I already told, today's topic is reported speech. Reported speech is also known as direct and indirect speech. So, one thing we have to keep in our minds when we are going to study about this topic, here I have written one sentence. He said, I am a top class player. He said, and I am a top class player. There are two parts in this. One is he said, and another one is I am a top class player. He said is a reporting verb of this sentence. I am a top class player is the reported speech. Reported speech means what is told there. So, what is told, here we can notice there are inverted commas. So, inverted commas are used to quote the actual words of the speaker. They are used to quote the actual words of the speaker. That is why I told you the first part of the sentence here in this, what I have written on the board is reporting verb, but the second part, what are the actual words of the speaker, they are called as reported speech. Okay, so as I have already told, it is also called speech, narration, direct and indirect speech. So speech which is divided into two parts, direct speech and indirect speech. So reported speech is also known as direct and indirect speech or narration. In direct speech, we convey speaker's message in our own words. Okay. Indirect speech we convey. So convey the speaker's message by using our own words. Okay. Thus, the message can be conveyed in two different ways. Exactly quoting by the actual words of the speaker, that is a direct speech, and by using our own words, that is called indirect speech. So, when you are going to make the conversion of any sentence from direct to indirect speech or indirect narration, we have to observe some things. And here is a chart, it shows how it changes. He, she will become him and her in reported speech. So, in the direct speech, okay. So, likewise, they will become them, he, she, and they will become him, her, and them. His, her will become his, hers, and their will become theirs. His, her, their will become his, hers, and theirs. So, these are the very important things we have to keep in our mind when you are going to change any sentence from direct to indirect speech. Words are changed in direct speech to replace the nearness from the distance. In the table, we are sharing some words which are changed in there. So, the words which are showing the nearness will become the words showing the distance in the indirect speech. Here is a table. Let us try to make an attempt to understand how these words keep changing. Now will become then, here becomes there, today becomes that day, tomorrow becomes next day, last week becomes the previous week, and this becomes that, these becomes those, tonight becomes that night, ago becomes before, thus becomes so, hither becomes thither, and hence becomes thence, next becomes following. So these are some of the things, some of the words. The word showing the nearness will become the word showing the distance in indirect speech, which is a very important aspect of this one. So, some models also will change here. Models such as the words which are used in our language for conveying the correct mode of the sentence. So, can is changed into could, may is changed into might, shall is changed into should, will is changed into would, might remains unchanged, would remains unchanged because should and should, could, might Already they are in the past tense, therefore the question of changing them doesn't arise. Yes, all the first persons in direct speech will become third persons in indirect speech. I becomes he, you becomes she, and we becomes they. Likewise, there is a table. I becomes he or she depending on the sense. You also changes. Likewise, here is a list. Okay, so the very important aspect of direct indirect speech or reported speech is the change of tense. So here is a list. Present indefinite means simple present tense will become simple past tense in indirect speech. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Present perfect tense becomes past perfect tense. Then present perfect continuous tense becomes past perfect continuous tense. It is very much clear in this table. Look at the other things here. Past indefinite, which means simple past, becomes perfect past or past perfect. Then past continuous becomes past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect, past perfect. So there are some tenses where there is no question of any change. So in all future tenses, will is changed into would. So these are the very important things to be kept in mind while changing any sentence from direct narration to indirect narration, while reporting it into indirect speech. Okay, here are some of the examples. Conversion of assertive sentences in indirect speech. Already I have written on the board. There are 4 types of sentences: assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Right? So here are some of the examples. Conversion of assertive sentence in indirect speech. So an example I have written is, she said my father is in Mumbai. So she said that her father was in Mumbai. Already I told you, first person will become third person. So my became her because here she is there. Because of she, my is changed into her. Right? So my father is in Mumbai is changed into her father was in Mumbai. Already I told you what I told. Simple present becomes simple past. For example, look here. Present indefinite becomes past indefinite. Indefinite in indirect speech. It is very much clear. It is very much clear in this example. Ram said, I am a top class player. Ram said, I am a top class player. So these two sentences which are there in the PPT are in present tense. Therefore, their answer is written in past tense. So looking at example number 2, I am a top class player, the answer will be Ram said he was a top class player. So these are the 2 examples of conversion of assertive sentence into indirect speech. Coming to next one, conversion of interrogative sentences into indirect speech. As we know, interrogative sentence is one that makes questions. So you can look here. Interrogative sentence means the sentence that makes the questions. As we all know, there are 2 types of questions. One is WH question and another one is yes or no question. There are 2 types of questions. WH question and yes or no questions. Here I have written 2 examples of each one of them. So there are 2 types of question. WH question and yes or no question. The first one is, he said to me, what are you doing? So the answer will be like this. He asked me what I was doing. So here I came instead of me because here it is me in the reporting verb. That's why what are you doing is changed into what I was doing. What are you doing is present continuous tense. Therefore the answer is written in past continuous tense. She said to me, what is your name? So the given question is in simple present tense. Therefore the answer comes in simple past tense. She said to me, what is your name? She asked me what my name was. So these are the 2 examples of WH questions. Coming to next one, there are 2 examples of yes or no questions. So yes or no questions are those questions when the question is asked, the answer will come only either with yes or no. Okay, that type of questions are called as yes or no questions. Let us look at the examples here. David said to me, do you like coffee? David asked me if I liked coffee. Okay, do you like will change into if I liked coffee. They told me, have you gone to London? So the answer will be, they asked me if I had gone to London. Yes or no question. So here one thing to be observed, conjunction that is not used. In interrogative sentence, conjunction that is not used. That is not used in interrogative sentence, and also it is not used in imperative sentence. Right? So remaining all the changes are applicable here. Coming to conversion of imperative sentence in indirect speech. Imperative sentence is one that makes commands, requests, entreaties, proposals, orders, right? So such sentence is called as an imperative sentence. So here I have written 2-3 examples. Look at some of the examples. So very important thing here also conjunction that is not used, which I already written on the board. So that is not used in imperative and interrogative. In these two sets of sentences, conjunction that is not used. That is a conjunction. Conjunction is a word that joins two words or two sentences. That is called conjunction. So that is not used here. Let us have a look at these sentences. She said to me, please help me. She requested me to help her. Right? So that is not used. And one more very important thing is tense is not changed in imperative sentence. When you change any imperative sentence into indirect speech, tense is not changed. Coming to the next one, the teacher said to him, do not waste your time. Answer is, the teacher advised him not to waste the time. The answer is, the teacher advised him not to waste the time. Coming to the third question, the boss said to the employer, get out of the room. The boss ordered the employer to get out of the room. So in first sentence there is a request, and in second sentence there is an advice, and in the sentence number 3 there is an order. I repeat, request, sentence number 1, second one is advice, and third one is an order. Okay? Already I told you imperative sentence is one that makes commands, requests, orders, proposals, etc. Right? Let us go to the next type of a sentence. Okay, this is a different thing. Yes, conversion of exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. Exclamatory sentence is one we all know that stands for expression of a sudden feeling. It may be a happy feeling or sad feeling, right? We shall have a look at it. They said, "Hurrah, we won the game." They said, "Hurrah" is a happy expression or unhappy expression? No doubt, it is definitely a happy expression. They exclaimed with joy. They exclaimed, it is a happy expression. That's why joy is added. And here, important thing is conjunction that is used. Tense is changed. That they had won the game. He said, "Alas, I failed the test." Alas, I failed the test. Failed the test in the sense he is so sorrowful. Okay. He exclaimed with sorrow that he had failed the test. Coming to the third one, she said, "What a beautiful flower." So it is an expression of surprise. Expression of surprise. She exclaimed with wonder that the flower was very beautiful. The flower was very beautiful. So with these examples we will come to know how to convert the sentence that is in exclamatory in indirect speech. So there are some exception cases also. Some of them I have written, not all. Conversion of sentences in indirect speech. Speech with exception, which are exception cases. Historical truth. If any example, any sentence is given which belongs to historical truth, then the tense of reported speech does not change. For example, historical truth. The teacher said, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. The teacher said that Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Here you can notice that the tense of reported speech is not changed. Already I told which is a reported speech. So the words given in the inverted comma, which are the actual words of the speaker, that is called as reported speech. So it belongs to historical truth, that's why the tense of reported speech does not change. Let us go to the next example, proverbial truth. Mohan said, where there is a will, there is a way. It's a proverb, it's a saying which is very famous. Mohan said that where there is a will, there is a way. What change we have done? That is added, inverted commas are removed, tense is not changed. So almost as it is, we have written with a very little number of changes. Coming to the next one, scientific truth, right? What it is, she said water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So it's a truth. Whether it is India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, or to go to any part of the world, all these things what we have written on the board, they remain same, they remain unchanged, right? Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. She said that the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, right? In such cases, the tense of reported speech does not change, right? There is one more thing that I would like to say. So, yeah. Here it is. Tense of reported speech does not change in following cases. What are the cases? If the reporting verb is in present or future tense. Present or future tense. Tense of reported speech, if it is in tense of reporting verb is in present or future tense, then the tense of reported speech does not change. Then coming to the next point, if the reported speech belongs to universal truth, scientific truth, habitual truth, geographical truth, then also the tense of reported speech does not change. It remains unchanged. Coming to the next one, if the reported speech is in imperative sentence, already I told 2-3 examples we have seen. In imperative sentence also, the tense of reported speech does not change, right? So already I told conjunction that is not used in the following cases. In most of the cases that is used while making a sentence from direct to indirect, but in these two cases, conjunction that is not used while converting interrogative sentence and imperative sentence into indirect speech, right? So these are some more examples, these are some more rules and regulations to be followed while changing the sentences into direct to indirect speech. So already in the beginning itself I told, he said I am a top class player. He said is a reported verb. I am a top class player is a reported speech, right? When it is changed into indirect speech, what will be the answer? He said that he was a top class player, right? So that is used. So this I is changed into he. So first person is changed into third person, and I am present tense is changed into past tense. So these are the changes. In the next class, we will see some more examples and some more rules and some more exceptions and some more examples in the next class. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you. Have a nice day.